Hello everyone. So today I'm bringing you a new video. So the video is about how to pronounce ed at the end of verbs in English. So all regular verbs in English, they have ed. So let me share here like this document for you to see how it is used. Okay. So this is really important. So you never in English, you have to be careful here with the ed because the ed is pronounced as t, it and d. So it has three possible ways to pronounce ed. So we have rule number one. So for rule number one, people, so what you need to pay attention is the sounds which are voiceless. So important. So what does voiceless mean? Voiceless means when you say the sound, when you articulate or make the sound, so there's no vibration here. So for all the voiceless sounds in English, you need to pronounce ed as t. So let's see, when you make the sound k, for example here, you see, when you make the sound, no vibration. So for example, if you say like walk, so when you put it in the past, okay, I'm going to write here ed. So you see, the last sound before ed is the k. So when you're going to pronounce it, so the pronunciation of the past is going to be walked. So you make the sound. How do you make the sound, people? It's very easy. Imagine you have this letter in English, T, and what you are going to do is you're going to delete the sound E, and then you say t, 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 t. So that's the t sound in English. So you would say walked. More example with verbs ended in k sound. So we have like, work. So you never say in English work it. So you would say in English, yeah, worked. Okay, this is the pronunciation, worked. For example, if you have like talk, so you're not going to say like talk it. So you're going to say talked with the T sound. Okay, so remember the K sound is pronounced with T sound in the past. Another sound which is voiceless, no vibration, is when you make the sound P. When you make the P sound here, no vibration. So if you want to say in English, for example, ayudé, so you would say helped, helped, helped. You see that sound is after the P. Okay, that's really important. So now you have two sounds, the K and the P sound, okay, in which you need to pronounce with a G sound, with a T sound, sorry. Now, if you have the F, imagine that you have, okay, you have like staff is as an F. If you have it in past, so you will not say staffed. So you would say staffed. Okay. Another example, for example, if you have like reírse in English is laugh. Let me write the pronunciation for you so you can see how you write it. And the pronunciation would be like this. Even though it has a GH, you see here, it has GH, but the GH in English here, in this case, is pronounced as an F. So if you have this, is reírse. If you have it in past, you would pronounce that in past as laughed. You make that sound. Okay. So another one is the S. For example, you have like miss, extrañar, perder. If you have it in past, so you would pronounce it as missed. It's the missed. Okay. Important people here, watch out. So I'm gonna write it here, watch out. Sometimes the S changes the pronunciation and the S becomes Z. So the Z sound is, you know, voice here when you make that Z sound. So it happens when you have two vowels. For example, here, let's see. Imagine this is usado. This is an adjective. Important. See, this is an adjective. So when you pronounce usado, you would say like this. Use. You see here, this S is no longer an S. Now it is Z. So it changed. So if you have that Z sound here, now you are going to pronounce it differently. So you're going to use the pronunciation. So you will say used, okay, with D, because you have a Z sound and not an S. Another one, which has the same rule, is like when you say cerrado or cerrar. When you say cerrar, you say in English close. You see, you have the Z sound, so you say close. Now, what happens if you have like cerrado, the adjective? So you are not going to say closed with T, you are going to change it. And the pronunciation here, you see, is going to be with the sound. So you would say closed. Okay, so let me write the pronunciation for you. And that will be like with the sound, closed. Okay, so watch out. Two examples, let's say exceptions for the rule. Okay, there are more exceptions, but I just want to mention those two. Okay, so let's continue. If you have the sound sh, that's the sh. So for example, if you need to say like, you know, maybe wash, so you would say washed with T. Okay. If you have the sound ch, when you have the ch sound, for example, if you have like this, so you would say watched with T pronunciation. Okay. And last one is the X. So for example, if you have like, you know, fix, so you would say fixed. Or imagine you have like relax in past, so you would say relaxed. Important people, what do you have to pay attention? You have to pay attention to the ending or the sound which is before a. So here I'm underline all the sounds that you need to pay attention. So for the rule, you need to learn how many endings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven endings for the rule. So the K, the P, the F, the S, the SH, CH, and X. So for these 7 endings, you need to pronounce a as t. Okay, so don't forget the rule. Now we have rule number 2, people. Rule number 2 is super simple because rule number 2 only has 2 endings. Rule number 2 is, for example, you're going to pronounce ed as ed, okay, like the normal ed. This is an extra syllable, important. So you need to make an extra syllable when you have this pronunciation. Okay, now what are the endings for this extra syllable? So if you have a T, you say T, or if you have a G. So let's see where the extra syllable is. Imagine you have a visit, you know, visit, visitar. You have visit, 2 syllables. So you have visit. Now what happens? Okay, I'm going to use capital letters. It means stress, acento. So you have visit. And now what happens if you have it like in past? Now you have 3 syllables. You would say visit, visited. So you have 3 syllables. Okay, so in the pronunciation here is it, extra syllable, visited. Now, let's have another one here. What if I have, okay, let's see a very common mistake. Okay, let's say expect. You say expect has two syllables. Now, if you write the ed here, you will have 3 syllables. So you would say expected. So this is it. So pay attention in English. Whenever you have the T ending and then you have ed, you need to pronounce it, okay, extra syllable. Or the other rule is if you have a D, as in, imagine you have a necesitaba. So again, it's extra syllable. So you're going to pronounce it with it, like needed. Okay. So guys, so far we have 2 rules. Rule number 1, when you have the endings K, P, F, S, SH, CH, and X, so you pronounce the ed as t. And rule number 2, if you have the T and D, so you need extra syllable. The extra syllable is id, like visit, visited, for example. Okay, rule number 3. So guys, rule number 3 is pretty simple. So you're going to pronounce all the rest of the endings, all the remaining endings as the. This is going to be the pronunciation. All the rest of the endings, you need to pronounce it with the. Okay. So, for example, this includes all the vowels in English, vowels, or diphthongs in English. So, for example, if you have like enjoy, you have oi. This is a diphthong in English. So enjoy. So you would say enjoyed. So the d is going to pronounce enjoyed. If you have like play, you know, a is a diphthong too. You would say played. You see, played. So only the is which you make it like clear. So enjoyed, played. Okay, I'm gonna write here an example. If you have like follow, you know, follow. So you have follow, and then it finishes in O. This is a diphthong, right? So if you say in past, you are not going to pronounce like follow it. So you would say followed with a G. Okay, and all the rest, people. So you don't have to learn. You don't have to learn the consonants here. Just remember all the rest. So I'm gonna write them here just in case if you want to learn them. But usually you don't have to worry about the rest. Okay, so here you have the L, you have the also here you have the G sound. So when you have, for example, like this, when you have like, you know, hug is abrazar. So if you have it in past, you would say hugged. The is the pronunciation there, hugged. Okay, so you have the M, you have the N also, and you have the R here. Okay, and let's see. Okay, now you have all of them there. Okay, those are the remaining endings for the sound. For example, let's see here. If you have like a, you know, live, so you have the V sound there. So how would you say like BV or vivia? So you would say lived. So imagine if you want to say like cansado, so you would say I'm tired. So the is the sound there, tired. Okay, so whenever you have these endings, you need to pronounce it with the, okay, in the ed as the pronunciation. So guys, so far you have 3 rules. Remember rule number 1, K, P, F, S, SH, CH, and X. you pronounce ed as t. And rule number 2, t and d, ed is pronounced as id, the extra syllable, and all the remaining endings, you pronounce them with the sound, okay? So for the practice, in the link that I will add, you will see verbs in English, and you need to choose if they are pronounced with t, the, id or the pronunciation. Okay, so you will choose. Okay, so I hope this video gets useful for you. So, and until next video. Okay, bye bye.